My name is Elizabet Elliott. I'm an interdisciplinary artist that works mainly with storytelling as a community form and as a performance artist. My chief concerns are about how we construct cultural identities and personal identities through the stories that we tell, and ideas of social practice and community building as a precursor to identity and also a changing force in culture. And I do that as an administrator and community leader and organizer of large-scale events and art events, and also as an individual visual artist, performer, installation artist, and curator. When I came to Goddard, I was already an interdisciplinary artist, but my practice felt fractured. It felt like I had a lot of little boxes and I was constantly taking off one hat to put on another. And the main thing that I wanted to get out of a master's program was synthesis. I wanted to feel whole about what my artistic and creative practice was and to map the roads between these sort of seemingly disparate activities of organizing, playwright, my creative writing, my performance, my visual art. And so what I got here was the ability to not put down any one thing that I was doing. I still got to practice all these different avenues, but really to find the basis or the binding thread that ran through all of the activities. So my final thesis portfolio ended up being about love. And I didn't necessarily know that that was one of my primary concerns when I came to Goddard. In thinking about it, I take it very seriously, and it's not a way of romanticizing, but I'm much more interested in love as a tool. One of the projects that I got to develop during this program was a festival called Temporal City Festival. In the city that I live, it's a poor city, and there's lots of vacant buildings that are boarded downtown, which are a source of shame and embarrassment for a lot of the citizens. And when I first moved back there after a few years overseas, one of the things I noticed was there was a lot of blame being shifted around. It's easy for us to look to other people to solve those kinds of problems, and the problem of blight in our community. So when I put together Temporal City Festival, one of the ideas I had in mind was a reimagining of space and to give ownership of our creative community and the community at large, reimagining what's possible there, to re-empower the creative community to do something more interesting with it. We curate in 10 individual time-based projects. They're installation art, time-based media, video artists, performance artists. They go into these buildings that are falling apart and quite neglected and create new spaces. So reimagining place is a way of expressing love. As a product of this program, I was made much braver and more ambitious than I was when I got here. When I got here, I was working on small projects and I was trying to articulate myself, but I didn't really have a lifeline into a larger critical discourse, or, I wanted to keep working in Mobile, Alabama, because I love it as a place and as a community that I have a lot invested in and that I want to grow and contribute to. But it's also the deep, deep South, and it's far away from a lot of big cities, and there isn't a strong culture for contemporary art there, or a strong culture for critical discourse. And that's part of why I want to stay there, is to help build that. And one of the things I'm most grateful for about this program is that it's connected me into a community of people that that have the same sense of passion and drive that I do, that I can bounce ideas off of, that I can be challenged by, and that I'm not by myself.